Good afternoon and welcome to Clearwater, Minnesota. It's Saturday afternoon, which means moving day at the 2023 Preserve Championship, powered by Prodigy. Isaac Robinson on 5, looking for his third straight birdie. He's in circle 2. Efforts. At some point, we're going to get confused by what those two are doing out there today, but so far, both of them, great start. Somewhat like Proctor here, off to a great start. This should be a birdie on hole 1. James Proctor on the tee of 2. Star frame to open for our chase card. Oh, yes, banking it off the tree, carrying just past the pin. Great break for Proctor. Heimberg from deep in circle 2. Flirted with the OB, but then buries it in the bottom of the basket. Heimberg, 3 for 3 starts. This is the third shot by Isaac Robinson.
Hole 6, the most difficult hole. It's a par 4.
Wow, these guys are dialed in and ready to go here on moving day. Some obstruction here, it looks like, for Meinsma. Or not. Great birdie putt. Similar spot for Proctor. Can he answer? Yes.
Kicks left, off the left, so.
Isaac for birdie on 7. Yes.
Man, that card is playing some golf.
Oh, and with the rail slide, stall on the left side of the basket. It falls in.
Wow, this looks fantastic. Sit.
That's inside the circle. Pin high for Taylor. Wysocki, a birdie look on 3. That'll cost him a birdie look. Now double G from way back, out of position, but has the line and he loves it. Oh, double G going past the basket, out of his hand. He's putting his arm up and running after it. Front cage. Isaac trying to, oh, just barely missing the basket. Here's no Meinsma on the tee of 7. If this just flexes back at all, it's going to be perfect.
Swiss Family Robinson.
Heimberg on a rope. Oh, and skipping right to the basket and underneath it. Or Wysocki now has work to do. In threat of his second par of the round. Well, why would you be worried? It's Wysocki.
From circle 2.
Just double check.
No, it's double G.
Want a double G, the double jerky check. Discount double G check? Put it in.
Get him the birdie.
Oh, unbelievable. That's some hot boom sauce coming from double G.
Oh, boy, this is fantastic.
This could be very punishing if this gets offline at all. Or it could possibly hit the post and it stops. The best possible shot he could have thrown. Double G with the strike. Unbelievable.
Look, when you're telling, say Jessica Weiss back at the rig what you did on hole 6, it's like, I was in the right side, I threw a spike hyzer, then a roller, and parred it. That's ridiculous.
This guy's going to need a passport for all the traveling he's doing out here on this hole.
Is that considered a sidearm?
Calling for it to go in. Oh, and it almost ricochets.
Goodness.
It's going to be a massive turnover. He could go roller.
I was just thinking, I like the roller play to fight up the hill. Double G pulling out all the stops here today. This just needs to hook up. Oh, and it's going to go past the pin.
On today's round. He's dropped all the way into a tie for 24th. There's a lot of players at each of the scores. That one he just left too far wide, but what a fantastic skip.
Double G playing this for the skip. Get in there. Right next to the pin, just deep. Double G on point.
I had to fix the problem. Here's Meinsma. Nice putt from Noah Meinsma.
Evan Scott.
Boy, he actually went through the fairway at that angle. He's going to be in the tall grass, but a great angle to attack the green, the big hyzer. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Conrad just going to try to tighten this one up. Oh, and he slips. I think first and foremost, make sure James is okay. He looks okay. It's not as if he's given a stroke back to the field via bogey, but it is a hole that 63% of the field have birdied.
That's wide enough and then sticks the landing.
Love
Evan
that.
Scott.
Proctor 6 down through 12 holes. He did double bogey the 6th.
That's going to be a drop-in birdie for Proctor on 13. Kelvin flirting with the high side, and that tracks right to the pin and checks up. Heimberg, tap-in birdie also coming on 13. Evan Scott will pull into solo second place with that birdie. He's at 19 under.
And a chance to go birdie, eagle, birdie, birdie, a 12 or a 13 potential.
And he worked with it all week until the round. He actually made a last-second adjustment back down to a putter. So, yeah, it's interesting. It's a short hole, but you see a lot of different speeds being thrown.
Off the top. Double G, I've been calling for it. He's hunting him down off the top of the basket.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. That section is kind of weird with the out of bounds, but it looked like he actually might have been short of that, but we'll see.
Yeah, we will. Thank you, Brian. So we'll get confirmation in a moment.
That's the birdie we needed.
Look, as we're going to take a look at this amazing shot from Garrett Gerthy.
This is just a mid out of Double G.
Oh, man, and it just dropped at the last second, but not enough. Catching the pole cleanly and staying within just a few feet of the pin. If I'm looking at the caddy book correctly, Ricky's in bounds. This is in bounds.
Yeah, they have changed it. They've updated it on UDisc. Double Ricky Wysocki from way downtown.
Unbelievable. This is going to be a birdie. This is going to be a birdie.
Yes. Wysocki on fire.
That crosses the fairway about 50, 60 feet short of the basket. You got to get over the mound and below the branches. And Conrad has done it beautifully. Kind of set him up better. He's now got this tricky little shot here, which he's handled very nicely.
Oh, tagging the pole koozie. Now, Evan Scott.
This is just not good footing. It's not out of bounds, but it is sand. And look at the way his foot just absolutely dug in. He worked the upper body, and he's executed a beautiful shot. 348 feet. If you can land it about 20 feet short and just kind of ride up to the basket, that is the perfect shot.
Perfect.
Anything on the wood chips should be a made putt.
Right around that basket over there on 15. Here's Garrett.
What a scary shot, but Double G steps up and throws a perfect shot. You could not throw that better.
It's the best one we've seen, and only finished 7 down for the round.
Proctor on the tee of 16.
Proctor playing it well short, but a huge skip.
That is the exact play I love to see. Everybody else likes it. They're calling it Parks because it is. Wide right. Let's see how much skip we get. And that is enough skip. That's going to bring him around the backside.
At the very end, just enough. That little bit of a tailwind back there on 17 is pushing the players closer to the OB.
Let's go, Rick!
Unstoppable. Ricky Wysocki. Heck out of Michigan and not too far from Kyle Klein neighborhood, the Grand Rapids area, that general vicinity.
Looks to be on a good line. Let's see the distance, and it's perfect.
So he'll be able to tap that in for a birdie finish.
If he makes this, it would be 3 for 4 from circle 2. He's made 2 of 3. And he's made it. Terry Miller, what a putt from Calvin Heimberg. That's going to put him up in a tie with James Conrad for second place.
As you called it, Proctor for his birdie look on 17. And he buries that one. Cutting the deficit in half. James Conrad now just 1 behind Wysocki. Calvin Heimberg is just inside the circle. He can clearly see the pin, still dealing with that footing that we find in a different bunker, but this is for an eagle.
I love how he's dug down into the sand a little bit, really set his feet. He's trying to find a little bit of solid sand under there. Still a very makeable putt from circle 1.
Calvin Heimberg to get to 23 under. He's done it. A 13 under effort by Calvin Heimberg, just 2 pars on the day.
Hole 12 have been left. Oh, and he's got this one dialed up beautifully.
Perfect. So
Yeah.
Nick Gill has been around a while, but a very regional player.
Now
Here's
double G is going to go big. It's got to flex. Oh, it's flexing. This is perfect. Potentially a huge mistake, and now a chance for Wysocki to extend the lead. That's what champions do right there, Terry Miller. Eagle. Here's Ricky to extend his lead to 4 with an eagle.
And Ricky Wysocki shoots a 12 under, following up his 15 under opening round. He'll have a 4-stroke lead over Calvin Heimberg and James Conrad.